Alright guys, we're going to try this for a second time. Can't promise it's going to work. If anybody's out there, let me know. How does audio sound? Is the video buffering? Is the lighting okay? Because man, it's been one thing after another. Yes, I am back. At least for the time being. We'll see how it's working. Also, while I was trying to figure out all the problems with the internet, I kept feeling like I had a bug biting me or crawling on me, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then then I just actually took my shirt off and whipped it about, and there was a big beetle or something stuck up in there. So, and the hell with that, threw him out of here. Alright, Stanley, thank you for letting me know. Ken Knox, hello, how are you doing, sir? Great to see you. Everything is fine and no buffering yet. Well, hopefully it's just no buffering for the rest of the show. My camera was getting really hot. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to figure. You know what I think it is? I have almost zero memory left on that camera. So tomorrow I'm going to clean the camera out. And I think when it has very little memory, it makes it operate not as efficiently, maybe. I do have a fan right next to my camera, a small fan clipped like an inch from it, so we'll see how that goes. If not, we're just going to call it a day. It's been a long day. I have volleyball early in the morning. Then I plan to go and rip this in a grassy field with my brand new rear tire. If you guys saw how good, I'm glad you're doing well, Ken. If you guys saw, I mean, it's this I'm going to take out tomorrow, maybe at some point, and just use it as a supermoto because it's almost as skinned down as the supermoto is, but it is quite a bit taller, so it might actually work well for it. So what have you guys been up to? Thanks for tuning back in. Sorry we had an issue with the stream a minute ago. Let me see what... I feel like this chain stretches too quick, honestly. I am at 0 right now. That's not bad. That is not bad. I have plenty. I think I have 2 more adjustments left. Can I go ahead and leave those in right now? Put this back on, see how it feels. Stanley, that's a good question. Stanley asked, do they make better chains for it? Well, Stanley, I think that from what I've heard, this is a standard sized chain. And so if it's a standard sized chain, there's going to be all different types of manufacturers that make this chain, which means, yeah, there'll be better options. I forget the sizing of the chain. Maybe if anybody out there knows, you could jot it down in the chat. But I do remember seeing that it was a standard size chain that you could buy, and I assume that we can even buy it in different colors. We can buy it in bulk length with master clips, I think. So that'll be cool. I'm surprised I actually haven't seen anyone selling them yet, as it seems like it'd be one of the easier things to jump on. Ken asks, and thank you for the question, Ken. And if anybody's out there, we'd love to hear your questions. Ken asks, did I use the 50% off coupon? Yes, Ken, I did. I think I was talking to somebody on one of the, video chats. It may have been you. I think we were talking about it because I've ordered 2 sets of tires. I have 2 sets of these on order, front and rear. They only took the coupon for 1 set because I ordered them both from Tower, but I have 2 coupons. But these are not from Tower, so by the time those come in, I'm going to have 3 sets. And a coupon code I haven't used. I guess I could use it at a participating shop, at A-Main, somewhere else, but really, how many Supermoto tires am I going to need? It's kind of frustrating now. I'm going to have a lot of them, I think. Do you guys need Supermoto tires? Is anybody looking? I have potentially 1 spare set new in package and potentially another second new set in package. But you guys got to let me know and I'll check. Yeah, that's a little loose. Not sure if you guys can see this, but it's just about, it's hitting the swing arm just a little bit. And because this does stretch pretty quickly, and I have it apart, and I'm going to be ripping with some big roost on that new traction, I'm going to go ahead and put some different pills or adjusters in there. These all have a 25 or a 50, some number pointing in one direction or another. I think if I use these 2, it'll probably move it about the right amount. Yeah, I'm not sure if I could use that at Horizon, since they're the same company. I think now if you go to Horizon and order, it puts you through the Tower website, though I might be mistaken. For whatever reason, I've always ordered from Tower because that's where I had my member ID first. Well, I can see a little wear. It's not going to show up, but I can definitely see a little bit of wear there. All right, cool. Might have to get the an upgraded version of these. We'll see how much wear happens. It was on the inside where the bearing rides. What about it, Ken? Do you have did you use your coupon for these? Have you got any tires in for these yet? Honestly, this is the tire I wish I had more of. This one. I'd rather have this than more than Supermotos. I got so many Supermoto tires, but I like this tire, and yeah, I wore the knobbies off it pretty quickly last time. This is going to get absolutely 0 asphalt or hard, any kind of concrete, any hard surface. This is grass and dirt only. Just like a real dirt bike, you can go through tires pretty quickly. So Ken, you got, yes, I think I would remember now, Ken. I think you might have said you got 2 and maybe even were wanting to order another, or might even have another on the way. That is awesome. That's very cool, lucky. A lot of people are still not got one. So those of us that got one or two, good for us, man. Okay. So yeah, Ken says you want the original tires. I don't blame you. That's what I prefer as well. So I went from a 0 to a 2.5 block, moved it back. It's not as much as I wish it would have been. Truthfully, it didn't move it a whole lot. But let me just tighten it up and see how it looks. I mean, be honest, I don't know that it made any difference. It was just about touching the swing arm before, and it still is just about touching the swing arm. Maybe I'll try another one in there, since we got nothing else going on. And I do have another chain, just don't want to put it in there yet. So if I put this 50 here, this So Stanley, where are you tuning in from? Stan's my buddy, he's a truck driver. I'm gonna guess Texas or North Carolina. Am I even close, Stan? It's a little frustrating. When I got this, it actually had two different spacers inside of it from the factory, so I didn't get a full set. I'm missing something here. I have too many 50s in one direction and not the other direction. Might be putting that new chain on before too long. Now I got two 50s in that same direction. Okay. That should get me closer to where we need to be. So Ken, thank you for the comment. What did he say here? So Stanley is on his way to Laredo, Texas. Oh yeah. Every Friday, Montgomery, Alabama. Awesome, dude. So, Ken says, to your knowledge, are they going to make some kind of auto chain adjustment where you just drop something down and pull back? Man, nope. Simple answer, nope. To my knowledge, no. I have no idea about it. I think this is already, we've seen a lot of people stretching chains. My friend Art is on his second chain. I'm luckily still on my first chain, but his second chain, his first chain went so quick. And I think that we're gonna see people go into 3S, and that is going to make these chains wear out even quicker. Obviously, it's that more power. It's going to stretch these guys out quicker. So we'll see how that works out. I don't know of anybody with any different ideas for a chain adjustment system. The best way to do it, in my opinion, I shouldn't even tell people this right now because Horizon will probably take it, but take it, Horizon. An eccentric cam. And you guys can look it up. Look it up, eccentric cam chain adjustment. And basically what you would do is rotate the hub, and the hub would not be the same. It would be very much offset on one side. So as the chain wears, you rotate it back. All you simply do is rotate the hub back, spin it in its housing, and it's the easiest chain adjustment there is, and you cannot get it by the way it's built. It's always going to be straight. You cannot make it not straight. So if you want to check out a 250R, old TRX 250R four-wheeler, that has that same design, works well. Okay. So I put some 50s in there, and that's feeling better. I went from 0s to 25s to 50s. But that's cool. I'm glad I went and did that little extra pull apart just to make sure everything was going to be tight and working well. Because I'll tell you what, them guys were ripping on these the other day. I thought I'd be able to run with them guys, and I was lucky to. Mike and Art were hauling butt with these things. I still want to do that trick where you put the second tension spring on the steering servo. Supposedly that sharpens up the steering some, but I have not tried it yet to try it. If you guys have tried, let us know. All right, so that's much better, much better. And look at that tire compared to this. So it's going to be ready to rip and shred. I've been running it with no training wheels, as you can see. To me, it's better this way. It just simply works better. I've been very happy with the front brake this time. It actually rolls pretty well. And then you hit it and it brakes strong. I can make it roll less, but I love having a strong brake. It really grabs strong. Now my Vitavon on the yellow one, on the other hand, has not been the greatest thing for me. The Vitavon, the pads are not fitting. Not sure what to do about it. But as that's just a shelf queen at this point, I'm not too stressed. This episode of the JVRC Garage is brought to you by Maxima. Maxima and their fine line of lubricants. This is their Maxima chain wax. I've used it on every ATV and motorcycle I have ever owned that had a chain drive. Best stuff on the market. I'm trying to wipe some of this dirt down. Funny because it's wax. It smells kind of like a candle or something like that. Not like a scented candle, just the wax of a candle. Oh, that thing's gonna be soaked. Yep. Okay, I think that'll be good. Probably over waxed it, but that's cool. Hope you guys are doing well. If there's anybody out there watching, let me know. Say hi. It's been a tough show. We did have to restart the original stream. Had all kinds of buffering issues. I don't know what was going on. My phone was overheating like crazy. I'm gonna go check. I don't think the phone's overheating. I don't think we're having those buffering issues now. No. No problems with the phone. Feels pleasant. Pleasantly cool. I'm going to start putting these tools away. I'm going to call it an early show. Do appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's not been the most fun, as we did have some technical difficulties, but we will be back tomorrow. I do believe we're going to have Chelios in the house, which is always a lot of fun. And man, you guys be good out there. Take care of yourselves. I've had a lot of friends getting sick and even some dying here recently, so try not to let that happen to you guys. It's been tough. This thing is so filthy, but it is so much fun, and I can't believe how well it's held up, quite honestly. Really, every time I say it, but I'm being honest, I'm impressed with how well it's held up together. Ken, I didn't order them online. I got, one of them came into the shop and I got it. Now we ordered several at the shop and only got one, and I grabbed that one. I paid full price. Paid full price just out of the shop. Didn't get any discounts on it. Even though I work at a shop, it's just such a hot item, I don't expect to get a discount on something like this. And then my friend Art had bought two of them. His red one came really quickly. He ordered them the day that they were released, and he ordered a red one and a green one. So when the red one came in, he was wanting the green one more, so he sold me the red one. So that's this one right here. This yellow one is originally a red one. So thank you for your question, Ken. I'm not very happy about some of these issues with ordering though. No, I do not own the shop. Just work there. I believe these were released right around July 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Beginning of July. I don't know the exact date, but I feel like I was working the 4th of July and I was not very happy about that. And had I not been working, I would not have gotten one because it came in that day or the day prior. I think it just got delivered the night prior and we unboxed, or one of the other guys unboxed it. So no, I do not own the shop. I own this little garage that I'm sitting in, but so I don't even own that, we just rent it. So, I was wanting to do some ESC tuning with this. Not going to happen tonight. I need to do some research into it, but I do have the ESC. It is right here. Spectrum ESC Programmer V2. I believe you have to have the V2 to make it work. And more than the ESC, what I'm interested in tuning is, well, yeah, I want to tune it all. The ESC, the brakes, all of it. I think that's probably pretty boring. I don't think anyone wants to tune in and watch that live stream, but you know, I'm not doing it today anyway because I want to at least do some research into that. So if we do it live stream, I'm not totally lost. We're going to do a question of the week, but I do not have a question of the week in mind right now. If you guys have a question, let me know. Love to hear from you. So the yellow bike. So the whole shots. I have some whole shots, which are tires that look like these. And I want to glue those. But those definitely look like they're going to be a pain in the butt. I saw my buddy who glued one of these rear tires. It didn't come out perfect. It's pretty good, but those tires are so hard to do. What do we got here? So the stock pads and the vitavon. These vitavon pads are very tight. I'm sure, and I've had people say you could lap them, or basically you smooth them down using a fine tooth, or not a fine tooth, a fine grit sandpaper. That's an option. I do have a broken front brake lever, brake caliper from the first one. Very first day I was driving it, I think probably Pirate Mike broke it. But I might pull this apart and see if those pads would swap over. I'm not sure if they do or not. If anyone knows, let me know. And yeah, I think that's about going to be it. The red bike we're going to turn into a Supermoto. And I want to start doing its modifications. Ken, so I'm very frustrated because I ordered, so you're waiting on some parts. I think you said Horizon, or is it A-Main that's holding yours? I ordered from Horizon or Tower, same company, weeks and weeks and weeks ago, a Losi aluminum rear swing arm. And it's not here. I see everybody else has them, and I still don't have mine. I wish they would just ship me my damn thing, because I have a lot of parts to put on this, but I don't really want to take it apart till I have the swing arm here to do it all at once. But yeah, I'm still waiting on something, unfortunately. Not a whole bike, but I am waiting on quite a few parts actually. If I could give you guys, let's go through a quick recommendation of what I think after about 20 packs. You know, I'll probably do a video. 20 packs in, what you need to order for this to have fun, to keep running. Get yourself a spare brake cable or two on the front. They're only about $7. Mine became frayed at the end when I was trying to adjust it and it broke. They do say, Frank Root says they solder the end of them. Yes, they do, to keep them from failing, but mine's still frayed nonetheless. It wasn't high quality. And as they get filthy, they're just kind of, they don't work as well. So get one or two of those. That could end a day without brakes. I would get a front brake because I broke mine. This lever here snapped straight off on this first one, and I don't remember how it happened. I think the Pirate probably had something to do about that. Have a front brake as a spare. The crash structure here. Remember when it was really popular that everybody was breaking the crash structure? And now they don't see it happening anymore. It's either because people put aluminum in, maybe that's working, or maybe they've quit launching them 40 feet in the air. I've never launched this 40 feet. If you do, you're probably going to break that. If you drive it like a normal person, you may not break it. And by normal person, you know what I mean, guys. Get a spare chain. Chains stretch quickly. Get 2 spare sprockets, because you're going to have spare wheels. You're going to have Supermoto wheels. They do not come with sprockets. They come with hubs, but they don't come with sprockets. So you get at least 2 sprockets. They're cheap. Well, they're not that cheap. I think they're about 20 bucks. But that would make your life easier. Get a couple sets of complete hubs. Because they will come with the spacer in the center, and it will come with the bearing on the side. It also comes with the sprocket and brake caliper, and all the screws you need. The screws are 3x10s or 3x12s. You could use those from any company. I think it's Traxxas number TRA2577 is what I've been using, because those are very readily available. But those hold your sprocket. I believe that's the one that holds your sprocket and your brake on. But yeah, guys, I'm going to call this show pretty early, but that is some stuff you definitely would want to get. Get a couple of brake levers. They're about $7 each. Not brake levers, the cables. If you want to get a front brake, I wouldn't blame you. 19 bucks. Because I did break mine. Get 2 chains, because they're going to be hard to find eventually when everyone stretches it. Get a couple sprockets. Get a couple rear tires. I really like this rear tire, the stock style. The fronts don't wear nearly as quickly as the rears. You'll go through probably 3 or 4 rears, I bet, before we go through one front. So stock up on some rear tires, guys. You might try the whole shots. I've got them. They look good. On the right terrain, I'm sure they'd work well, but I haven't taken the time to glue them up. Alright, guys, we're closing in on 10. If you could give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Big help for a small channel. If you want to tune in tomorrow, I'm going to have my buddy Chelios in the garage with me, and we will be doing some recaps. Start earlier, start probably at the 8 o'clock hour, and go to about 10 or so, and then hopefully go to the club after that. Chelios was busy tonight and couldn't make it, unfortunately. I just noticed I never turned this light on. Let me see how that looks. So yeah, guys, if there's anybody out there that would like to say something, go ahead and ask. Right now is the time to do it. Love to hear your questions. Love to hear your experience with the PRomoto, or any of the RCs. I've got a lot of experience with the Arrma cars, especially the 6S line. Ken, what is your best rear tire, and can you give a stock number, and where did you order it from? Let me see, Ken. I might be able to do that, actually. So, a rear tire is the stock tire, in my opinion. And so by stock, when I say stock tire, I mean the original equipment tire. Our rear wheel is LOS 46003. That's LOS 46003. It's nicer to just buy it pre-mounted if you can find them pre-mounted, but I don't know if you can. That way you don't have to glue it, because they're not easy to glue. The cool thing about them not being pre-mounted is you can paint them up to make them look nice, which is what I did on this yellow one over here. I like how this one turned out. I painted that wheel. I did get one tire, but painted that wheel. But I think I have the part number for the tire here somewhere. The complete rear hub assembly. That's something I would recommend. Just order a couple of them. LOS 262014. LOS 262014. Definitely recommend that, because you're going to go through tires and you don't want to be taking the sprocket, the brakes, and the pain in the butt of the bearings and the center piece. It's just get two of them. That's the rear wheel set. Front wheel. If you want a rear wheel in black, which looks really sharp, it's that black rear wheel, not the tire, just the wheel alone. You can mount any wheel, the tire to it. That's LOS 46001. Where did I order these from? I ordered these from Tower and A-Main. If I was ordering today, I would be ordering from A-Main. A-Main, I think, would get us the stuff quicker. So the rear tire, if you guys can find this, LOS 46009. That is the new rear tire. It's a Dunlop MX-53 rear with foam. LOS 46009. So I would order 2, 3, 4 if you can afford them, because you're going to go through them. If you drive it, you're going to go through them. Like, I literally wore mine down to nothing. And then get a rear wheel set. You know, the blacks look cool. LOS 46001. Or you can get the LOS 46003. I would go with A-Main, though. Just check their stock and see who has any in. Not sure where you're going to find the Dunlops. It's a little bit harder to find those right now, I think. But they could be out there. I might be wrong. Oh, Ken. I don't know, I already put the parts up. Let's see. You can get a sprocket in gold. They look really good. I got one of those. That's LOS 362007. But the tire, Ken, was 46009. All of the parts start with LOS, so that's 46009. It's the rear tire. Just check back. You could just scroll back through the video and see these part numbers if you need. I think what I should do, that's a good idea. Since I've done about 20 or 25 packs, I'm going to probably do a quick 5-minute video on the 10 things that you should probably buy for your PRomoto to keep it running in tip-top shape. Ken, thank you, my friend. You don't have to thank me. Thank you. I appreciate Ken and everybody in chat. When you guys come in and chat, it makes it so much more fun. We've had some issues with our show tonight as far as the streaming. Lost a lot of viewers from the first episode. We had to shut it down earlier. But yeah, no, thank you. I think that what we should do is, I'm going to make a video. You guys will see it pop up in the next couple days on the channel. It won't be a live video. And I'll go through the top 10 things we need for this, and maybe the top 10 things we don't need for it. Because I know a lot of people have been buying stuff, myself included. I bought a lot of stuff over there that it's probably going to sit over there that won't be used. So as parts I feel like are kind of going to be hard, maybe for all the way through Christmas, yeah, let's come up with a list. If you guys have any suggestions, what have you guys broken? Let me know. And if you broke something, how did you break it? Leave it in a chat. If you guys want to respond to these chats, if you guys want to tell me about the chats, sorry, and some notifications here. Yeah, I'll answer. I try to answer all the questions in chat. So if you guys have any, even after the show's done, once we're not live, you can just put it down in the comments. It's actually been a lot of fun tonight, guys. I don't really want to end it, but I don't have a whole lot going on. But yeah, we'll definitely do that. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully no issues with the camera. I'm going to have the camera set up exactly where it's at now. I'm not going to change anything. And yeah, the second time I absolutely had very little or no trouble. But the first time streaming was horrendous. Watch for a video coming out, guys. I'm going to go home right now. It's 10 o'clock. And I bet you if I work hard by 11:30 tonight, I will have a video edited of me, Art, Mike, and Mark ripping 3 of these and a Venom around. The Venom was only out for a little while, but he's also got one of these. My buddy Mitchell has got one of these. Our buddy Shaw has got one of these. So we're going to have 5 or 6 of these hopefully racing this weekend or early next week. But watch for a video coming out, I hope tomorrow. I'm going to try to go home and finish it up right now. And it's mostly just going to be running. It's not going to be an informational video, not going to be an educational video. Just going to be running, ripping laps, having fun. That is what this hobby is about. And yeah, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry we had some technical difficulties, but we're working our way through it. I did try something different with the lights, so I'm going to go back through and watch this show and see how the lights did come out. I should have been sitting over here this whole show. I got my buddy Spike here in the garage with me, sleeping. How are you doing, Spikey? You want to play ball? Oh boy, he's excited now. He wants to play. So yeah, tomorrow on our show I'll bring out all of the cars that I've got for sale as well. And it looks like I'm gonna be selling, not all of them, but for sale. I'll probably sell 2 to 4 cars, and then they come off the lot, off the chopping block. I'll have a TTO2, I'll have a couple of Axial SCX 24s, a Fire Team, a Creighton, and Notorious 6S, all pretty much EXB'd out. Maybe a 4S Creighton or 2. Probably some Team Associated buggies, some race buggies, 10 scale buggies. And maybe, who knows, a helicopter or an aeroplane. And a Tekno. Alright guys, if I could get thumbs up from you, I'd really appreciate it. I know the show's not been great, but it does help. So, you guys have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. On behalf of my co-host Spike, who you guys never saw, he's sleeping right down here on the ground. It's been a lot of fun. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.